Why are we standing in the car park?
This is our first office in Brown Street of Dundee. It's an old mill building, and it was all we could afford at the time. The building that we're actually looking at, what I'm looking at, has no windows, which was a very important feature of the office, referred to often as the nuclear bunker. We'd very rarely bring clients here because we were a bit ashamed of it, but ultimately the quality of our work is what pulled them here.
You know, in the very early days of MTC, Mike would go and land us a new client, and he would, sell them this vision of what we were going to build for them. A lot of the time we'd have no idea how we were actually going to go and build that. And we'd then have to figure it out. That'd mean a lot of late nights. We've got a goal we want to achieve, but it's new. We've never done it before, potentially new technology we've never worked with. And we'd be there working 7 days a week until 10, 11 o'clock at night, trying to figure it out. And almost every time, we would manage that one way or another, make sure the client got what they actually asked for and what they needed to solve their problems.
Well, over a decade ago, when we were starting up Whisky Hammer, the technology aspect of it didn't really exist, so we needed to work with a partner that truly understood our vision and what we were trying to create, and that's what we got. That's the feeling we got straight away with MTC. And since then, they have been very much responsive, creative, and technically brilliant throughout the 10 years. And all that in mind, it felt like a true partnership. It didn't feel like a client agency traditional relationship. So all of that it brings it all together to be a really smooth experience. Whisky Hammer is an online platform for buyers and sellers of whisky all over the world. And really, it doesn't matter where you're based, we can help you if you're looking to sell whisky and get the bottles onto our platform, work with you to get the logistics of all that organised. Or if you're a buyer looking to buy old and rare collectible whisky and add to your personal collection, we're able to ship pretty much anywhere that's legal. So it was built, my brother and I founded it 10 years ago, so all the values of the company are based around trust and transparency, and we're really, really proud to have built this marketplace and platform for those buyers and sellers with the core values still at heart of everything we do. So I mean, the website is obviously at the heart of our business. It's responsible for everything really, and every touch point. And MTC have built us something here that it doesn't only look great. I mean, arguably the looking great side of things is that can be done by anyone, but the back end, the technical aspects of it are solid, which helps the site run seamlessly. And internally, what does that mean for us? It means that our operations are streamlined. We can truly reach a global network of customers and really optimize that user experience all through the journey, which is fantastic.
So we'll have products, solutions that are very much the science side of it, data at the end of the day, but the social side of it is building rapport with clients, understanding, well, why do they get out of bed? And that needs to align with why our guys get out of bed, and to make sure that we're bringing in the right clients for our employees to work with day to day. We don't want that disconnect of service provider and client. We're all one team together. So while that can sometimes feel or sound a bit, fluffy, it is actually what we're trying to achieve, because we want that vested interest in our clients, because if we can do that right by the clients and our employees are enjoying themselves, then the sky is the limit from that blend of things.
BrewDog is a multinational, completely worldwide company. We have breweries in the UK, Germany, Australia, and the United States of America. We are a global shareholder-owned business. We have 210,000 equity punks, which is the name of our shareholders, that we have generated over 7 share raises in which people invested their money, got perks, collect discounts, and things like that. So MTC helped us build the website from the ground up. It was a website consisting of our full e-commerce business, which was BrewDog beer, guest beer, merch, the whole lot. They also helped us with our Equity for Punk campaigns, where people can go in or buy our shares. Those campaigns included sections of the website where people could make selections of their perks and benefits. It also included things like country leaderboards and referral leaderboards and things like that. There was a whole section of that side of things where people will just referring their pals and getting perks for it as well. On top of that, MTC helped us build that. And the BrewDog blog was a massive part of the website where people could go on. They could search it like a Google search on the website. They just find there was pages upon pages of blogs by BrewDog that MTC helped us develop as well.
I think the other thing that's crucial for us was, how did we go beyond like the small initial team? And that's where it really come down to, the team that we hired. We worked a lot of graduates out of Aberdeen, Dundee University, spent a lot of time with them, exposing them into this industry, teaching them how to kind of build these solutions. And we really needed people that were flexible as well, not just people that knew how to code or knew how to design, but people who could understand the business problems that these customers would have and be able to design a solution that would meet their needs.
One thing that I would definitely say about MTC, and it's very cliche, is we're just one big family. It doesn't matter who you are, what level you're at. We've got your back. I've experienced that myself. Sort of on a personal level and a professional level, which is, I suppose it's not uncommon, but it's also really reassuring and makes it easy to come to work. And I think as well, because we have project teams, you get to know the developers and the designers a lot better. So you probably do have more of that personal touch, and it does feel more, homely is maybe not the right word, but it does sort of feel more like people are at the center of what you're doing, because you can talk on a personal level with all the teams. And then I think that reflects in the way we deliver our projects and the sorts of calls that we get on with the clients, where, that obviously you're serious, you're there for a reason and whatnot, but we can also talk about each other on a personal level and have a laugh and things like that. And the vast majority of clients appreciate that. The
design team work extremely well at kind of making these websites pop, but there's a lot behind the scenes. And if you think of the back end development and servers as sort of everything hidden behind the walls of a house, it's the infrastructure that keeps everything up and running. It's the plumbing, it's the electrics, it's the stuff that isn't designed properly. The house will come falling down. And websites are kind of a living mechanism. It's not just something you build once and it's done. Our best clients are the ones that we work with day in and day out and continually improve. So we're kind of always building on the house and adding new pipes and new electrics. And it means that we're always working together and building, maintaining that infrastructure so it can make the house safe, it can make it reliable and ready to continually live in and accept everyone to be where they are. And that's important stuff. And we've got to make sure we understand that responsibility to our clients of making everything work well.
Operating in a regulated space comes with its own challenges, and operating in a space that can directly impact someone's health, again, has its own challenges. So for me, I was looking for different ways to deliver excellent clinical care, which is at the heart of what we do, but in a digital environment. Now with that leads me to some novel ideas, which other agencies told me, that's not possible. We're not sure how to do it. The team, which is an extension of my team at Cloud Pharmacy, when I say something which hasn't been done before, we will all sit around the table and we'll figure out a way to get it done. And that's what I enjoy most about working with MTC. No idea was too wild. Let's try it. And I do attribute that to the success and the satisfaction that all the Cloud Pharmacy patients have.
We currently have around 120 people in the business. They can vary obviously across multiple different departments. We have designers, front-end developers, back-end developers, and a whole host of other just as important departments in amongst those. But my primary role is really dealing with that resource in terms of the resource planning, the structure, and the fulfillment of the work that comes through the business. So Anthony and his team with the business development guys, when they land the work, it lands at me, and I am the one who is tasked, alongside with some help from project managers and account managers, of deeming who is the most suitable to pick up that work. Currently, we have multiple teams for both projects and our ongoing retainer side of the business, and they're also split into, some are sector specific. So we have teams that are automatically put to autonomy, anything automotive, our pharmacy industry, e-commerce, point of reference sites. So we have teams that specialize and have vast, a wealth of experience in dealing with that stuff. And we also have platform specific guys as well. So we will have teams that are specifically looking for Shopify sites, WordPress websites, BigCommerce, you name it. We have got guys, and we keep those guys together so that we can ensure that our projects become a success by putting the best guys with the most experience at the forefront of those projects to provide the solutions.
As a young pharmacist, I was always motivated by helping as many people as possible. And when I graduated and entered the world of work, I was able to make a difference to my local community. But for me, that wasn't enough. At that point, I looked for the correct digital partner to allow me to treat patients all over the UK. And with that, I found MTC. And if we fast forward 7 years later, we've delivered and treated almost 1 million patients, for which I'm really proud. I'm grateful to MTC for facilitating my vision.
No 2 days are never the same. You're always up against like a different challenge. Could it be a coding challenge, maybe something tricky, maybe something new that a client has asked for, or sometimes them tricky moments when a client is maybe a little bit upset as well. So I always feel that going through something tricky makes you stronger, makes you able to understand something a little better as well. Although it's great to work here, it isn't always rosy, and I feel that anything that's good, it shouldn't be as well. You have to go through the rough and the smooth. But it's I wouldn't have been here for 14 years if it wasn't a great place to work with. But for me, it's definitely the people are the best thing about working here.
We first got involved in MTC when we put some feelers out to see who was the best in class to try and revolutionize the automotive space. So coming into the starting the business again from having Reg Vardy, my family background, to Peter Vardy Group, it was how can we surround ourselves with the best people? And that involved people that were in the team and also external suppliers and clients that we could work with to build something special. And when you looked around Scotland to find out what was going on, MTC were the shining light, the movers and shakers at the time. So when we wanted to build something completely different as a website, a digital experience for our consumers to stand out from the crowd, we got in touch with MTC, and that's how the journey started. A very excited bunch, wanting to do something different. We're making waves in lots of different sectors, and we managed to drag them into the automotive sector to build something quite unique. So what was the ask? Well, the ask was to really stand out from the crowd in the automotive sector. There was a couple of different organizations that had kind of cornered the markets. Everybody's website looked quite different. And because of that, it was quite different. The consumer didn't have a different user experience on each website. And actually, the providers in the sector were pretty poor on load speed and some of the stats that we wanted to excel on. So MTC came alongside us. We built a bespoke website for Peter Vardy Limited at the time, which got a lot of attention because guys did such a good job. They got a lot of inquiries whether they could build something similar. And as it transpired along the timeline, the autonomy business that they've set up now has enabled them to use some of that experience and everything else the guys have learned and done a great job to then go into all of the UK with the product. So we're pleased to be at the beginning of what looks like a very lucrative and very positive part of the business for them. So we did that. We've obviously built the Carmony website with the MTC guys, and they've taken a look at the financial services sector with us and how do we do automotive and financial services. So that business is one of the fastest growing in Scotland at the minute, like 12 fastest I think at the moment. So along with MTC's help, we've been able to supercharge the growth of Carmony as well. And then along the journey, we've also looked at lots of things like branding, and some of the branding we've seen for some of the businesses that we've got. The guys helped us out with that, which was good. And then we got involved with Mike and the guys with a business called Silver Bullet, which was the first online digital sales product end to end, first that we knew of in the UK, compatible with something else in the States at the time, which together we built, marketed, sold, and then we actually sold the business in the end. So we've had a number of different experiences, from as a client to be joint venture partners to supporting us in branding and generally supporting the culture of the business as we tried to go our direction. They've been a great help to really speed us along towards that goal. So it's been a great experience so far. The future, well, as the family looks at new ventures, and there'll be digital ventures, we're hoping we might be able to do some with the guys. And if it's not commercially with the guys in terms of working together on something, we hope to bring them on board to help us as a supplier to provide the services that we need in Scotland. So we're very proud of the relationship we've had with the guys, made some good friends with them. They've done us a wonderful job. And as we look to the future, we're really excited about how we might be able to work together as one of our key partners in Scotland, really.
It's a very creative and technical business, which is a difficult combination to master. Culturally, the business has always been one of shared success, where the goal was to create, sustaining jobs, success for people who would work hard and opportunities to progress. And I think that's still true today. The company still is very ambitious, likes to bring in young people and bring them up the ranks. And I think that's at the heart of the MTC business.
Hi, my name is Dominic.
Hi, my name is Nick.
Hi, my name is Jack, and we are
the Emerging Developers at MTC.
So you might think that, a bunch of web designers and developers are very technical and people with no people skills, but I've found that to be the complete opposite here. I think particularly working closely with line managers, I've always found, in previous places that being a manager or trying to develop people or having meaningful conversations with people has been like an annoyance, the bit of the job that gets in the way of what they see as their real job. But at MTC, what I've seen with all of our people managers is that bit is like the most important. It comes first. They really care about their people. And actually, I think you can see it in the culture, if you're in the office or everyone is just so approachable. It's quite a flat structure. And I think people do enjoy it here.
I would say to a young person wanting to join MTC to go for it. It's a great place to work. People are friendly and kind. Everyone is very approachable. There's no limits here. Anything you want to do, the sky's the limit. If there's space for what you want to do, then great. If there's not, then a space will be created for you. People make friendships for life here. We've all been to each other's weddings. We've met each other's children. There's people who have met in this office that are now engaged. My best friend I met here, we've been friends for 7 years. It's a safe and inclusive place for people to learn and grow. And the sky's the limit here.
So I've always found MTC to be a company which allows you to grow. I myself, and I know several others, have grown up in MTC. I was 16 years old, now 26, and the skills and people around me have made that possible through everyone from colleagues to directors to new people that join the company, even people now younger than me. It's like there's always something to learn from someone. It's more of a collective team as opposed to individuals within MTC, which makes it a really good environment to work and thrive in.
And people that surround you here, for example, our designers team, are incredible. Like, you feel very supportive and very secure in what you do. And the further you go, the further down the road you go, the more support you get. Like, yeah, I feel like I've changed a lot as well here. Like, I'm not scared anymore. And yeah, you just see the issue and you just sort it.
Big thanks to all our clients who've came through the doors over all these years. You've put your trust in us. You've came to us with your dreams, how to turn this your vision into like a reality online. And I think through hard work, dedication, like the MTC culture, just leaning forward, we feel just we've achieved like some great things with you guys and some huge milestones together, like through the eyes of your business and also like us growing as a company as well. So yeah, just want to say massive thanks again, and our very kind of our ethos we've always held true to today, and always is if our clients are successful, then MTC as a business will be successful with that. And yeah.
It's almost a cliche to say that people make a business. In this case, it's most certainly true. One of the things I've been most proud of over the years has been seeing people stepping out, stepping into the unknown, grasping the thistle, however you want to put it, but doing things that are genuinely new and exciting, and being brave enough to do that. And that we have that in bucket loads here, and that is what will carry this business through the next 20 years as we move through a period of profound technological change.